This is ABC 15 Mornings.
Right now at 7, the race to the White House. A big week in politics as the presidential candidates get ready for their first debate. A New York Times report on President Trump's taxes is raising eyebrows. The impact this may have on the debate and election.
Plus, flu season is hitting just as we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. Why a lot of parents say that they will not be getting a flu shot for their child this season.
And new this morning, celebrating the voices, history, and heritage of the Hispanic culture. This morning, we are taking you to the Phoenix Library as they celebrate the contributions of the Hispanic and Latinx community. Okay, on that note, we want to say good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us here on ABC 15 Mornings on CW 61 Arizona. I'm Allison Rodriguez.
And I'm Justin Pizarro, social distancing from home. Great to be from home.
Whoa, it feels like it, right? When you work, when you love what you
home.
do. No.
I am in the newsroom, actually. My gosh, it is a Monday morning. We do have a lot to get to on this Monday morning, so we want to begin with our wildfire watch. It is almost October, and there are over a dozen wildfires currently active across the state. The most pressing one this morning, the Sears fire, which is 0% contained. Our John Genovese is live for us, and John, these flames have already torched several structures.
Yeah, good morning, Justin. And at last update, this fire has burned close to 10,000 acres. Crews are battling around the clock, both day and night, from the air and from the ground, trying to make some headway with this. And this morning, both Bartlett Lake and Horseshoe Lake are now closed off. Several roadblocks in place as well that we do need to tell you about. Bartlett Dam Road and Seven Springs Road closed off too. Now, the cause of this fire remains under investigation this morning, but it was first called in on Friday afternoon. 3 homes so far destroyed, along with 5 sheds and other buildings and several vehicles. Firefighters say they are attacking this from behind, and what's making it difficult, they say, are winds coming from the southwest, along with these continued dry and hot conditions. That all coupled with brush that's primed to spark.
The grass is the carrier for all the fires around here, and we have just a continuous blanket of grass out there. And it goes as far as we can see really out there.
Yeah, and the Forest Service saying another challenge is that many of their resources are being stretched thin. A lot of their gear, vehicles, and aircraft sent to California to help with wildfires there. Now, Justin, we do typically receive these updates as those crews are briefed around this time of morning. So once we get that update, we'll certainly pass it along immediately. And if you are in those affected areas, if you are concerned about your property, you're being urged to reach out to your local sheriff's office for emergency updates.
Alrighty, our John Genovese for us live this morning. Thanks, John, with that report. No rain in sight to help these firefighters either. Let's get a check on your most accurate forecast with Allison. Good morning, Allison.
Hey, so let's go ahead and check outside right now. Valley temperatures, as you can see, feeling really good. The sun's basically up here, and this is about as cool as we're going to get. Some spots in the 60s this morning, so it feels nice out there. Mid to low 70s in other spots too. And yeah, we are just dry. We are not expecting any rain in the next several days as the monsoon officially comes to an end in the next couple days. So I'm going to show you that in the full 7-day forecast later on. But for now, your Valley activity planner, I'm going to say caution only because if you're doing these in the morning, you got the green light. You shouldn't have any issues there. But as we're going through the rest of the day, we're already going to be in the 90s by 11 o'clock. So toasty temperatures will get into those triple digits as we get through the afternoon. 102 by 4 o'clock. A hot day on tap for us here and dry again, but our temperatures will drop a bit. We're going to go over that with Futurecast coming up a little bit later on.
All righty. Thank you, Allison. 2 Arizona counties may move backwards this week with reopening guidelines. This story kicking off our 5 things you need to know this Monday morning. Coconino and Pima counties are likely returning to the red category for COVID transmission. County officials telling us they're waiting on guidance from the state on what this will mean for schools and businesses. The state health department is expected to work with those counties individually. A new study is looking into whether people who get COVID need to quarantine for the full recommended 14 days. Researchers at the University of Kentucky and Tennessee are behind the study. Quarantine people are getting tested on day 3, 5, 7, 10, and 14. So if enough tests come back negative in under those 14 days, it may show people could be isolated for a shorter period of time.
Well, many parents have no plans to have their kids get the flu shot this year. That is what a new survey from the National Poll on Children's Health is showing. A third say they won't have their kid vaccinated, and 2/3 say they don't think getting the flu shot this year is more important despite the coronavirus pandemic. Now, the flu has traditionally affected children more. The CDC says kids younger than 5 are at the highest risk of developing serious flu-related complications. Happening today, the Arizona Silent Service Memorial Monument will be officially open to the public at the state capitol. It's located at Wesley Bolin Plaza. The memorial will honor the silent service of all Arizona submarine veterans. The memorial went up late last month. A dedication ceremony is expected to take place in April of 2021.
The Arizona Cardinals hitting the road this week to take on the Carolina Panthers this Sunday, and it comes, after a really disappointing loss yesterday at State Farm Stadium. Kyler Murray managing to throw 3 interceptions to the Detroit Lions, 2 leading to points for the Lions. Final score 26-23. So the game on Sunday kicks off at 10 o'clock our time.
Oh, yeah, that was a tough one. So close. Okay, let's go outside right now, get a breather as we get a check of our roads. This is a live look from one of our ADOT cameras. It looks like this is 17 southbound at 19th Avenue there. Got a couple, maybe some brake lights, a little bit slow going. So let's get a better look at that morning commute right now with Chelsea Davis, who's keeping an eye on all of the valley for us. Hey, good morning to you, Chelsea.
Hey, good morning, Allison and Justin. I know we were so close yesterday, but go Cards. We've still got this. The rest of the season is going to be awesome. And you were right about seeing some breaks on I-17. I'll talk more about that in just a sec. But first, I want to show you the green action that's happening for the east side of town, specifically on our Valley freeways. No matter which one you're on the East Valley, you are going to be smooth sailing. Now, if you travel on the north side of town, Loop 101 eastbound near 7th Avenue, we do have a crash. It was blocking the left lane. Now it's off to the right shoulder, but it's still slow. You're going to see breaks back to about 35th Avenue, so factor in extra time, or you can use some different alternates like Union Hills or Deer Valley, Surface Street above and below, the frontage road. West side of town, making your way into downtown Phoenix, normal breaks on I-10 and I-17, like you were talking about, Allison, around the Durango curve. Higher volume of traffic, a little slow there.
Freddie, thank you, Chelsea. It is a big story a lot of people are talking about this morning. The New York Times releasing President Trump's tax information to the public yesterday. So some major takeaways on this one. When Trump took office in 2016, he paid just $750 in federal income tax. Now, it was the same for the following year. He paid no income tax in 10 of the last 15 years because he reported losing more money than he actually made. So here's
It's fake news. It's totally fake news. First of all, I paid a lot, and I paid a lot of state income taxes, too. The New York State charges a lot, and I paid a lot of money in state.
So you hear him calling that fake news right there. President Trump has largely built his campaign around being a successful businessman. In 2016, a poll from Gallup showed Trump's Republican supporters cited that as a reason why they backed him. So in response to the report by the New York Times, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi released a statement saying the story shows President Trump's disdain for America's working families. And Democratic National Committee Chairman Tom Perez says Trump is using the presidency to line his pockets instead of helping the American people. A lawyer for the Trump Organization told the New York Times most, if not all, of the facts appear to be inaccurate. The Times says it will not release the tax return information publicly in order to protect the sources who have taken enormous personal risk to help inform the public.
Well, this bombshell report coming ahead of the first presidential debate tomorrow. And some political analysts are saying that Times report, though, is just a storm in a teacup.
Doesn't look like there's anything criminal in here, and he takes legal tax breaks that, as I understand it, are common to real estate investors.
And on the campaign trail over the weekend, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden preparing for the debate. His aides say he has been studying briefing books, but that he expects the president to be very unpredictable on the debate stage. Biden's team saying they hope the moderator, Chris Wallace of Fox News, will do some kind of fact-checking. You can catch the debate tomorrow night on ABC 15 at 6 p.m. That's followed by a special ABC 15 News at 8. The debate taking place in Cleveland, Ohio. 36 days until the election and you only have 1 week left to get registered. You can head over to Arizona Secretary of State's website or your county elections department to register, or check your registration there too. The last day to request a mail-in ballot is October 23rd.
Our complete election coverage continues on our digital platforms as well. To follow the latest, you can search for ABC 15 on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or other streaming devices. More from Capitol Hill in our next half hour, including the fastest confirmation in U.S. history as lawmakers rush to get the president's Supreme Court nominee confirmed before Election Day.